Hey, so today I want to dive into some of the AI automation tools that I'm using on a daily basis to help amplify, to help expedite growing, launching, scaling businesses. And so I got really interested in AI about 4 years ago when we acquired a company and basically rebuilt it with machine learning and artificial intelligence. And then I realized there's a gap, there's an opportunity to modernize, call it legacy, laggard business industries that have not yet adapted to new school tools. But today I want to talk about three very specific tools that I'm using on a daily basis and just share them with you. Once you know about them, once they're on your radar, you can then go dive in. There's much more subject matter experts than I am on each of these, but I'm using them. They're changing how I do business daily, and maybe it'll help you today. So I'm going to share my screen and show you the three tools right now. So stay with me and let me pull this up. So the first one, and it's probably the most recent one, is a tool called Kortex. And I found this gentleman on YouTube who was talking about copywriting, talking about organization, just different stuff. And I found it to be very, very interesting. And so what this tool is, this is a tool that allows you to basically take notes in real time. And so I'm going to pull it up on my screen here. Right now, you'll see it here on the left side. I've got all these different documents. These are prompts that I use for artificial intelligence. So think ChatGPT, large language models. There's plenty of them out there. X has some now. So just all the different ones. Even Cortex has one. And so that's interesting. But here's where I keep all of our notes. So think about who is our company. I can write that out. What are the market viabilities? I can talk about our analysis framework, our pattern recognition, opportunities to grow the business. I can just take notes in here. Cold email outreach, cold email follow-ups. What are my goals for this week? Film some podcasts and shoot some things and do all these different stuff. And so there's lots of opportunity to get organized. And I just love this one. So Kortex, Kortex is tool number one that I think you might find to be pretty game changer for you. So for example, I have my LinkedIn profile about section right here. So if I'm feeling like I want to change that or update that, I can come on here, change it, update it. If I've got it handy to be able to copy paste it if I need to put it out somewhere else. Did some work for a friend of mine here. I've got a business venture that we're talking about. So I put that as a placeholder. Task, my daily marching orders, what I'm going to do on a daily basis, my task for the week, my brain dump, just all these different things that you can keep track. And ultimately, to use Cortex's tagline, this could be your second brain. So I'm trying it. I love it. It's about month number one. There's a cool, if you upgrade and use the AI feature that they have as a chat feature, if you use this, then there is a opportunity to get part of a subscription based and then go into a Discord channel where you have a whole community of people who are rocking it and rolling it and doing different stuff. I mean, for example, here's a strategic advisor prompt. Act as my personal strategic advisor with the following context. I have an IQ of 180. You're brutally honest and direct. You've built multiple billion-dollar companies. All this stuff. And I can go into their AI chat feature and say, at strategic prompt, please help me evaluate this business decision, this new market, this strategy, this, you name it, whatever you're up against and whatever you're dealing with. So cool stuff. Get it on your radar. It's neat. It's changing the way I do business. It's changing the way I take notes. It's changing the way that I record and brain dump to get everything out, because I'm finding life is moving really fast right now. Technology is changing really fast. If we can get back to getting things out of our head and onto paper and feeling less stress, getting more creative, I think we have an opportunity to just overall be better, do things better. Okay, so let me stop sharing, and now let me talk about tool number two. And this one is called Apollo. Now, I've used a bunch of different tools, but Apollo is a tool where I can go in and create lists of companies, accounts, list of people, and find email addresses, phone numbers to be able to contact. And so, for example, I mean, LinkedIn Sales Navigator does this as well. So that's a tool that you can pay for. Apollo is a tool you can pay for. I'm finding that Apollo is a little bit better for scraping out emails and contacts based on titles, companies. But here's a philosophy that I use. Start with the account. So I'm looking at I have my ICP, my ideal customer persona. I then look at the accounts. What are my top 25 accounts that I want to target? And then from there, I can say, okay, who is the decision maker that I want to target inside that account? So now I'm going from account to decision maker. The decision maker is where I want to pull the email, the phone number, the social media address, so that I can then email, I can then direct hand-to-hand combat, reach out to, or I can figure out how I want to contact. So ultimately, we're using that to find a connection, and have a conversation with somebody, hopefully create opportunity. So that's how we're growing businesses. We've got to get in front of people. The way we do that is we find the account, the person, and then their information. So I'm using Apollo, which is pretty cool. I'll show you a little demo of that. Hold tight. Let me share screen here. Let's share. Hold on, coming to you. And then if I go to my screen, I will show you, here is Apollo. And so you can search by people and search companies. This is accounts. It does a lot of stuff. I don't quite know exactly the full extent of how to use this. I'm using it based on different industry sectors to be able to pull mainly emails, phone numbers, and just create contacts. You can do emailing directly from here. I don't do that yet. That might be something that I need to learn how to do. But anyway, it's a feature for you to find out. Once you know your ideal customer persona, you can then go to a tool like Apollo or like Sales Navigator to find the accounts. Once you find the accounts, those are your companies that you want to target. You find the people, the who, inside those companies that you can then reach out to and see if you can start a relationship, start to build something together, start to solve a problem that they have. Okay, the third tool that I want to talk about, and this is how I actually do multiple emailing at scale, is a tool called Instantly. Now, I mentioned Apollo does this, but Instantly is a tool that allows you to extract leads as well as Apollo. So they're all overlapping. They're all using AI. They're all automation techniques. But Instantly allows you to set up an amount of domains that are warmed up already and then cold email people at scale. And so still figuring that out. Have had some success with that, but still learning. But I want to share it with you in case you can dive in and it wasn't on your radar. So these are 3 tools that you can use to, 1, get clarity. Kortex allows me to get clarity because I can then brain dump. I can then stay organized. And it's about like Apple Notes, but I just had a struggle with Apple Notes and I couldn't get it to ever work for me. This one is awesome and it unleashes creativity. I can then move faster because I can use the integrated AI feature to move quick. I can build my prompts. I can build my documents. I can refer to those. So right now, the problem I have with ChatGPT, Microsoft's version X, is that you can't refer to documents. So what here in Kortex's version, you can actually say, at this prompt, please look at this document, reference it, and then move really quickly. So we can move faster in our businesses. And I find that to be very interesting. So Kortex to get clear, to get creative, Apollo to help find your who, and Instantly is a tool to help contact your who, if you're going to call it via email. And so 3 interesting tools. Want to share you with those today. Inside our AI automation agency, we're actually working with customers to do a lot of this and integrate a lot of this on a wider volume matrix scale. So think ERP system, think CRM, think calendar, think all the stuff. You got all these different systems, you got all these different people. We want to streamline those into one centralized system dashboard and take as much of the human doing out of the equation so that we can be more productive. We can be more productive with our time in terms of talking to people, doing more high value added tasks, whatever that is for your particular role. So if you're a business builder, congratulations. I know a lot of entrepreneurs watch this channel. I know a lot of more and more founders are doing this. So here are just a sprinkling of tools that I'm using on a daily basis to help launch and grow the businesses that I'm involved in and help me as a leader get clearer in what I'm doing, get more creative so I can put more content out, and then move faster in terms of finding our ideal customer persona, contacting our ideal customer persona, and hopefully adding value to that customer and solving some major problems. Because that, at the end, if we do that well, that's business. And that's ultimately what we're here to do through our entrepreneurial adventures. Entrepreneurship creates impact on our families, on our employees, and our communities. And these are just 3 simple tools that you could use to move faster, get clearer, and solve bigger problems. All right, friends, It's been fun. Again, Andy Smith. I'll put a link to Kortex in the description if you're interested, and look forward to helping you anyway on your journey that I can. Reach out, hit me up if you want to learn any more about these tools. I'm probably not the best person to ask a lot of the technical questions to, but you can certainly get on YouTube and get specific. A lot of the problem is just knowing that these things exist and which ones to kind of focus in. I've tried a bunch. These are the ones that I'm hooked in right now. And they're pretty impactful. All right, friends, take care, enjoy your day, and keep building.